If women's ordination is approved, will it help contribute to same-sex marriage? 87% are saying yes, and that was your question. People are concerned. There's a connection. And I don't know that I'll read through them all, but this is actually a live report. It's changing as I sit here.
Pastor Jay, what do you think about that?
Well, I think it demonstrates that people that are listening are saying, what does the Bible say? You know, at the end of the day, you just mentioned a very good thing, Brother Jim, about unity. The church can never afford to go to political decisions on something like this. What we must do is make decisions based on Scripture.
Yes.
And that's going to run against culture. We keep the Sabbath not because it's culturally easy, but we do that because it's scriptural. And we've never believed that the Bible did not contain truth, or that truth is culturally conditioned. No, truth is always truth, and it's always going to be truth. So, yeah, we've got to make decisions based on Scripture, not political decisions.
That's right.
You know, I would like to hear from Doug. I know Doug has done a lot of research into one step leading to another. And so, Doug, could you share some of those things with us about one step leading to the next?
Well, I'll do this just from memory, but anyone can actually find the results of this. You can see a pattern in history. We're not the first church that's grappling with this issue. And all you have to do is read the headlines, and I think we saw the Anglican Church just voted to approve the ordination of homosexuals. And there's a battle within the Methodist Church. Now, the American Methodist Church years ago began ordaining gay clergy and solemnizing same-sex marriages. But the Baptist Church, on the other hand, they started doing that, and then they had a very important convention, and they really went into a deep Bible study. They overturned it, and the thing that we see is with the Presbyterian Church, the American Presbyterian Church, the Lutheran Church, the Episcopalian Church, and many others I could mention, it seemed like in every case a few important things happened. When they got to the point where they said, for the sake of political correctness or culture, whatever their reasons might be, we need to now treat ordination as though there's no difference between men and women. That, in all those cases I just mentioned, ultimately led to recognizing same-sex marriage, but also, almost as interesting, they advocated this, saying this is going to be the panacea for great evangelism. If we could just start empowering women as pastors, the gospel will go to the world. But in all those churches I just mentioned, their membership and evangelism dropped off a cliff. In the case of the Presbyterian Church, in 40 years, 50% loss, from over 4 million to just under 2 million. And so the idea that this is going to just help great growth, and many churches, even in the Methodist Church, whole congregations are leaving the denomination as the denomination is making moves away from the Bible. They're saying, we're going to go find another church that follows the Bible. So I think the best key for evangelism, just based on some of these patterns, is stick with the Scriptures and do it Jesus' way.
And you know, Doug, that shows what happens when leadership, church leadership, doesn't follow Scripture. There are results. They may get their way, but there's consequences. Well, I'm going to come back to this thing just for a moment. Many people who are proponents of ordaining women, very fine people, many of them, and will tell you that they're certainly against homosexual marriage. So what is the connection here? It's a word we often call hermeneutics. It's another long word, really simply means methods of Bible study. How is it that the methods of Bible study end up that allow people to ordain women to the office of the ministry or elder? How does that hermeneutic or that method of Bible study open the door to homosexual marriage? That's the real issue here.
Yes, Steve, you've got your black belt in that subject. Go ahead.
Well, I firmly believe that those who favor women's ordination in the Adventist Church, they do not see the implications. you know, they don't see that their hermeneutical methods or the methods of interpretation will lead to the next step. I believe they're sincere. They love the Lord, but they don't see, you know, what has already been shown in other churches. Let me just give you a couple of examples of arguments that are used by those who favor women's ordination who also favor gay pastors and gay marriage. Galatians 3:28 is used by both groups. There's neither male nor female. Well, the argument is, if there's neither male nor female, we can ordain men and women. Homosexual lobby says, if there's no male or female, you know, we can have gay marriage and gay pastors. So that's one. Another argument which appears very frequently is the matter of justice and mercy. For both groups, justice and mercy. And in both groups, there's tremendous pressure against those who oppose the desire for women's ordination or for gay marriage. In fact, those who are opposed that are called fundamentalists or extremists. And that's used as a means of pressuring individuals into accepting a view that I don't believe is found in the Bible.
Well,